Fantastic award to present to you today, and many of you may have seen this already, but instead of making it short, I felt like this should be shared. So I'm gonna read this. Hope you can all hear me through my mask. This is the Julius G. Berry Volunteer Service Award in memory of Cindy Sparks. I'll go ahead and hand that to you, Mr. Sparks, who of course was the executive director at the Good Sam Health Services here. The Julius G. Berry Volunteer Service Award recognizes a volunteer who has shown a commitment to philanthropy, leadership, and community spirit in the likeness of J.G. Berry, one of the founders of Lee United Neighbors, now known, of course, as the United Way of Northeast Mississippi. This year we honor the late Cindy Sparks, who passed away in December of 2019 after a brief illness. Cindy was the president and executive director of the Antone Tannehill Good Samaritan Free Clinic in Tupelo for 25 years. A true advocate for her patients, she passionately led the clinic in its work to provide quality health care for working uninsured individuals in Lee County. In addition to her role at the Free Clinic, Cindy served the community whenever she could. She was active on the United Way campaign cabinet and with the Race for the Cure and Hope Continues breast cancer. She was an active member of St. Luke United Methodist Church, where she also served as the church nurse for a period of time. Cindy was a native of Aberdeen, Mississippi, where she graduated from the Aberdeen High School. She received her RN, BSN, and MSN degrees from Mississippi University for Women. She practiced nursing in Columbus and Aberdeen before becoming a nursing instructor at Itawamba and Northeast Mississippi colleges from 1978 to 1994, when she joined the Good Samaritan Free Clinic just 1 year after its founding. Cindy's husband, Marty, shared that Cindy originally did not want to go into nursing, despite the urging of her two aunts, who were nurses themselves. However, when it was time to declare a major at MUW, she chose nursing, and it was clearly the right choice. Cindy loved teaching, loved nursing, and loved teaching nursing, and she also loved helping people access health care. Cindy was married to Mr. Sparks for 39 years, and they have two sons, Sam and Taylor, and two much beloved cats, Belly and Aunt Kitty Pat. I get that correct?
Belle and Aunt Kitty Pat.
Belle and Aunt Kitty Pat. So again, in memory of Cindy Sparks, we thank you for sharing her with this clinic and with the community, because she's made a tremendous impact over her lifetime. So thank you and congratulations.
Well, on behalf of Cindy, I do appreciate y'all coming today. I often thought about what she would say if she were here today. You know, I thought about it and thought about it, and I looked at the list of the recipients of this award, and she truly stands on the shoulders of giants. When you look at the list, I saw Marion Cagle and Jack Reed Sr., Jack Reed Jr., and Scott. I saw the Reeds. I saw Lisa Hawkins, her friend Lisa. And I often thought what she would say about that, and my weird sense of humor would say, "What took you so long?" But no, she wouldn't have said that. She would have been very humble, and she would have said, "Please give it to somebody else more worthy than she." Dr. Walton memorialized her at her service using the parable of the Good Samaritan. That's probably one of the most famous. Everybody knows the story of the Good Samaritan. And over the past few days, I've been reading that parable over and over. And we get to the part where the Good Samaritan does pick the man up, bind his wounds, puts him on his animal, and takes him to the inn and takes care of him there. But we often skip over the part at the last part of that. We got to think about he had to pay for that hotel room. But on leaving, he gave the innkeeper 2 pence and said, "Take care of this man." And if he incurs more expenses, I will take care of it when I come back. He had money. And that's what United Way is all about taking in money and distributing it to the people who need it. And I think Margaret Thatcher said that we wouldn't know much about the Good Samaritan on his good feelings or his good intentions, but it was his money that made the difference there. Taking care of him over the long haul. Not just taking care of his wounds today, but taking care of his needs for the future. And I very appreciate this. I know Cindy would tell you that she didn't deserve it, but so many more others did. She worked real hard. She loved this clinic. She loved everything about this clinic. She loved the board. She loved working with the doctors, the lay volunteers, the nurses, the pharmacists, the pharmacy tech people, her staff, wonderful staff. Deborah, Annette, Claire, Kitty, and now Amy. I'm so excited about Amy joining the clinic, and I just know it's going to go and do great things under Amy's leadership. I know Cindy would be proud. She loved Dr. Fagan, and she loves you too, Amy. I want to thank you all on behalf of Sam and Taylor for this award. Thank you so much.
If you wanted to know who she was and what this meant to her, at our quarterly board meetings, whenever she would give her report, I would estimate about 10% of it was on the business side of this. And 90% on was the heart. She would always tell us stories and relationships that she had made through the clinic. And I think that just epitomizes who she was. And I always looked forward to those personal experiences that she had. And I think it meant a lot to board members to see more than just data and really look at what this means to our community.
Thank you.
I don't know how many times I've sat down with Cindy and we brainstormed, and she was always looking for ways that she could to make things work even more smoothly here at the clinic, to reach more people, to communicate that we do care for you, you're working hard, you have 2 or 3 jobs, but this is a place where if you can't afford any health insurance, you can come and receive good medical care. And I consider it a real blessing to have known Cindy for all these years. And it's been 20-something years, 25 years or whatever, when Mary and I moved here, that we got involved with the Good Samaritan Clinic. And it's a great day to honor her, and I'm just so appreciative that we're able to do this, and thank the United Way for recognizing her role. You didn't have to look very hard to come up with a good candidate for this award. Thank you.